Hello again, everybody. This is Rocket Rick J 18, bringing you a video about the subject of which is the 1950 Bowman baseball card set, and you're looking at page one of my personal collection of 1950 Bowman cards, and we're going to go through those one page at a time. Each page contains 12 cards, and we're going to look at some of the most interesting cards in the set in a little more detail, and we'll look at all of the cards eventually. So there are 52 cards in the set, so it's just slightly more than the 1949 card set. And there are obviously some great stars featured in the set, such as Ted Williams, Warren Spahn, Bob Feller, all of the Dodgers, Roy Campanella, Pee Wee Reese, Duke Snider, and also the Don Newcomb rookie card, and Yogi Berra is in the set, Jackie Robinson, and some others. The first card in the set, which is the card in the upper left-hand corner, is Mel Parnell, who is a very notable pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. I think I would consider him to be the staff ace at around this time. And so, being the number one card in the set, his cards command a little something of a premium, just because it's harder to find them in good condition. You may recall that in 1948, the Bowman set that we looked at earlier in this series is all black and white photographs. 1949 set combined photography with some artwork to introduce color into the baseball cards. The 50 set went a different route. It started with photographs and then painted them so that they were, when you printed them, you got kind of a combination about actually little works of art on top of photographs to make it a bit more of a artistic activity. The cards measure 2 1/16 by 2 1/2, and on the back side of the cards there are some biographical information about each player and a little bit of basic info. For cards number 181 through 252, there are versions with and without the copyright information at the bottom of the card. So we'll take a closer look at that when we get to them. In the meantime, some of the players that are featured on this card set, page one, Mel Parnell we talked about, Dom DiMaggio, the brother of the famous Yankee center fielder Joe DiMaggio, who does not have a card in this set, but Dominic does. And then his card is at the right top, card number. Right below that is Bob Feller, the great Cleveland Hall of Famer. And in the third row, in the portrait photograph, that's George Kell, the great Detroit Hall of Famer. And then down in the bottom left-hand corner is Tommy Henrich. Next to him, Phil Rizzuto, and next to him is Joe Page. Those were all great Yankee stars of their World Series winning, American League pennant winning team in 1950 when they met in the World Series. They met. They met um, with the Philadelphia Phillies Whiz Kids team, and so that's the first page. Starting on the second page, we'll go to Hall of Famer Warren Spahn of the Boston Braves, card number 19, which is the first card in the third row. And then we're going to look at the card over there at the end of the third row, and that's Pee Wee Reese, the Brooklyn Hall of Famer. And then we'll also take a look at, down in the bottom left-hand corner, Jackie Robinson, who has several post-war rookie and second-year cards in various sets, but 1950 card number 22 is the Brooklyn, famous Brooklyn Roger, Jackie Robinson. Next to him is the Rookie of the Year for 1950, Don Newcomb, and a great Dodger pitcher. Then we'll turn to page 3, and that starts, look at Bobby Thompson, who was the giant outfielder and famous hitter. We'll also take a look at number 31, card number 31, Del Ennis, who was a star on the Whiz Kids team. Not a Hall of Famer, but certainly qualifies as a great star of the early 50s, Del Ennis. Next to him, in the middle of the third row, is a Hall of Famer, and that's Robin Roberts. His picture is a horizontal card, so it shows up as being sideways on this, which is a kind of a defect of this approach, but we'll have to just live with that till I figure out how to solve it. Next to Robin Roberts is Ralph Kiner. Ralph was in the middle of his 7 consecutive National League home run titles, which is certainly, if it's not a record, it'll certainly raise the average. Then we'll also look at another Hall of Famer in the bottom row in the middle, Enos Country Slaughter, and so we'll look at that, and then we'll move to fourth page, and we'll take a look first of all at card number 37 in the Chicago White Sox uniform at the top of the top left-hand corner. That's Hall of Famer Luke Appling. And then in the right-hand corner, Larry Doby, the Hall of Famer for the Indians, and first black player to break into the American League, Larry Doby. So then next to him, or just below Luke Appling, is Bob Lemon, the Cleveland Indian Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame pitcher. And then underneath Bob Lemon, we'll see Bobby Doerr, the great Boston second baseman and Hall of Famer. And then below Bobby Doerr is the great Yankee catcher Yogi Berra. So this is quite a few Hall of Famers on this set, and then Jerry Coleman is next to Yogi Berra, not a Hall of Famer, but certainly one of the great Yankee contributors to their string of World Series championships there in 1949 to 53. So we'll move on to let's just see here. Del Crandall, who is the catcher in the catching pose there, was the Braves' backstop. And there's a couple of Brooklyn Dodgers down there, Ralph Branca and Carl Furillo. Carl Furillo, you may know, was originally from near Reading, Pennsylvania, and his nickname was the Reading Rifle. So we'll look at, on the next page, a couple of members of that Whiz Kids team. That's